Check the mic and make sure.
We interrupt this regular scheduled program to bring you this important message.
Hello, everybody.
Biggest panda I've ever seen. Look at that now.
There's money on it.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Oh, some people were here. That's good. We're Saturday Night Living it this week. So, that sounds like another show that might be on television or something.
I might.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since the night, like the 90s.
I haven't really either.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, we're here Saturday live weekend. It's lots of fun.
Yeah.
No, Sarah's actually doing dual duty today. She's watching a Whatnot auction and
Well, I'm trying to figure it out. Is what I'm trying to do, because I thought it was supposed to start at 6, and then I thought it was going to start at 9, but I think it's starting at 9:30 now. Where do those little things go when you mark it?
I don't know. You have to get somebody who's you have to get somebody who knows how to use it. Where's Dave when you need him?
I asked Jimmy, Dark County Picker, about it.
Oh yeah,
and
Jimmy does it too.
he said, yeah, he thought that like meant favoriting, I think.
Yeah.
But it's like every time I go in there and try to find it again, it's gone.
Their shipping policy freaks me out a little bit. Because their shipping policy is once you buy something, they have 12 days to ship it.
12 business days?
12. It says 12 days.
Okay.
And I'm like, 12 days? Like a lot can happen in 12 days. Like,
yeah.
that new record could no longer be a new record. Like, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that could go wrong in 12 days. I did buy some stuff off of Carrie's, though, and he shipped it next day. You could tell he's an eBayer because it shipped out next day. So, but the records that I bought shipped out today. I'm like, oh,
I already got my stuff.
I didn't get the records.
And I already listed it because I'm that good.
See, there we go.
The person that I got my t-shirts off of it, they were fresh. They smelled so good. They were clean. They were like no wrinkles. I don't know how this guy did this. I like want to like call him and be like, "What's your laundry secret?"
That's right. Sarah wanted to know what kind of laundry detergent he used.
It smelled. I think it was Tide, but just like they looked like they were permanently like pressed. Beautiful shirts.
And the weird thing is his auction looked kind of janky when he was doing it. It was just him sitting on the floor holding up
with
t-shirts.
Like stacks of shirts behind him.
Yeah. It was interesting, but he had some good stuff.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Jessica's here. She says reminder on. RJ's here. He says hello.
Howdy.
Gentle Crone's here. She says, hi guys, watch some SNL tonight. It stunk.
That's funny.
Jessica's here. She says, hello everyone. Hi Jessica. Our new fan, Jessica.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Appreciate you being here, Jessica. Gentle Crone has a question for you. How do I get ink stains off Cabbage Patch heads?
Okay, so that's a toughie. Sometimes it will just come off with Magic Eraser. So I try Magic Eraser. If Magic Eraser doesn't work, I try alcohol. If those two don't work, there is a product that is out there. And there's a company, I'm going to order it. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Everybody on the vintage Cabbage Patch restoration group that I'm in says it works for ink. It works for sticky stuff. It works for like all kinds of stuff. It's called, the company is called Twin Pines. So it's twinpines.com. And the product is called Removzit. So REMOVEZIT.
There you go.
Also supposed to work for pox on the Cabbage Patch heads.
That's right. There you go. Here we got JD's here. He says, I watched Ed's video today and he said he was looking for cabbies for his friends. I knew who he was referring to. And here's Ed right
here. I feel like there's something with the camera. feel like
You-
it's weird in here
Do you have
today.
your ring light on?
Oh, that's what it is. Duh. I'm like, why do I look so weird? BRB. Hold on, give me one second.
Sarah last minute she was walking in the door or walking into the kitchen right whenever
I'm like,
we
why
went live.
do I look so weird? That's so much better. It is a beauty filter, I'll tell you that.
Christine's here. She says hi, Adam and Sarah. Mayberry Picker
Hi.
says what's up? What's going on?
Yeah, that's much better.
Jessica says thanks for having me, and we're happy you're here. Ed's here. He says he was looking for Cabbage Patches for somebody today, apparently, or the other day. Rosie's here. She says, "Hey guys, hi Rosie."
Hi.
And Gentle Crone says, "Thanks." There you go. You solved her cabbie problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna order that stuff. It's kind of expensive. I think 1 ounce is like $12, and 2 ounces is like $17 or something. But
Wow.
make sure you read about it because I hear it's pretty strong stuff. But their website explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't
Yeah.
want to melt its face off, like because it will take paint. It will take paint off. Like it would take the eyes off.
Dear.
And blushing on cheeks, it takes that off too. It's hardcore stuff.
There you go. It's for the serious
it's
cabbie rehab.
For vinyl heads. But if you have a composite doll, which if you're a doll person, you know what that is, don't put it on that either because it will like peel the composite off of like the face.
There you go. Problem
I
solved.
got a cat over here rubbing.
Nice. Is that why your fake camera's moving?
Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of Cabbage Patches, we have a unboxing video coming out Monday of Sarah's recent Cabbage Patch haul.
Mm-hmm.
So it's me and Sarah in the same place we unboxed all the Amazon stuff, unboxing Cabbage Patches tomorrow. It's funny. It's not it's not nearly as disappointing as the Amazon return box.
When he was editing it and I was hearing myself in the other room, I was like, oh my gosh. I am a crazy tall person. I was like freaking out over these
Mark
stones.
always tells you.
I am, guys. Get this cat out of here.
Heather says, hi guys. Hi Heather. It says no live tomorrow. No, Steeler game's on tomorrow night. And the Chargers are on. You're not a football fan.
He doesn't care.
LA Chargers and your Pittsburgh
Robbing.
Steelers are on tomorrow night, and I don't miss a game. So even though they let me down sometimes, I still don't miss a game. So yeah, no live tomorrow. And the other thing is that it's Pittsburgh Picker, and we have a lot of people that are from Pittsburgh that watch this show, so we don't want to interrupt their Steelers. We don't want to compete with the Steelers. That's really the main thing. Mayberry Picker says, I learned today as I was driving by, people give their Squishmallows to their dogs.
Oh, give.
People will
Okay.
give Squishmallows to their dogs.
I almost bought one for Mickey. I was like, I think
No.
I'm going to give him one of these.
No.
Why? Guys, the unicorns, if you guys, just a tip, the unicorns don't buy unicorns, or if you see them, they're not worth it.
Unless you're in this area, then buy all the unicorns you feel like it. Nothing else.
Buy
But,
every unicorn.
yes. Yeah. So, no. See, if you think about it this way.
Yeah. No.
Think about it this way. Like what's the one that's worth a ton of money? The black cat and the
Mm-hmm.
there's another one that's worth. Think about it. If you gave Mickey a Squishmallow, he tore it apart. Took him 3.5 seconds to tear it apart, and then 2 years from now, it's worth $500.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be pissed.
but I don't think a Squishmallow, like the black cat, like it's on Amazon now for like $35. Now I don't know if it's the same one.
No, it's the re-release.
Okay. Well, I don't think a Squishmallow is something like that is going to be worth $500 in 3 years.
That is currently worth $500. It's 2 years old and it's worth
No.
$500.
It's worth like 100 and some. But I mean, I don't think it's going to stay at that value.
No, it won't. But in 2 years, it could be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. RJ wants to know, do you ever restore lightly beat up items? Yeah, all the
As
time.
yeah,
Depends on what you're talking about, but
dolls, yes.
yeah,
Everything
dolls for
else,
sure.
no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was we well, we don't really restore things, but we clean things a lot. Like
We
there's things. Well, you do. We've tried to clean things that just didn't clean up, like that disgusting Wii that literally
oh god.
yeah, it turned it on and it smelled like cigarettes as soon as that fan kicked on. I got this whiff of stale cigarettes. Like
If we're at an auction and there's something that like is slightly gross and Adam wants to bid on it, I'm like, if you bid on that,
I wore you down.
you're cleaning it. I want nothing to do with that.
Where is the thing I bought today? Is it nearby?
What thing?
The thing I bought at the auction for myself.
What just fell?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it was packages in the bedroom. It's in the other room.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I was okay with that. I'm not okay
I wore
with
you down.
dirty things that are like gross.
I haven't bought anything for myself at an auction yet, and I may have just bought 2 things because I don't know if one of those things is going to leave this house, but it might. You'll see.
What's the other thing?
We'll talk about it later.
All right.
It says true, not a sports fan. Flea market for me tomorrow, so less competition for me if there's a game. Yay! It's tomorrow night, Ed. Well, it's 8. So it'd be 6:00 your time. No, 5 o'clock, 5:45 your time. So, yeah, it will be. It's in LA too, so in that nice and shiny new stadium you guys got. Let's see here. Mayberry Picker said I saw them all ripped up and I was so sad. It says there's a ton of unicorn squishmallows in my area. There's a ton here. Somebody should buy them all. Tiffany 2080. I love your Cabbage Patches. I've been eyeing the blonde rewrote on eBay.
Are you the one that was asking me all the questions about it?
Maybe.
Is that you?
Mark's
Thank
here.
you for loving it. I'm working on another one right now.
Yeah, Mark's here. Mark goes to our auction as well. He says, "Hi guys,
yes.
Did you make it to the auction day? It looked like a great one. Unfortunately,
Sure
I couldn't
did.
make it. We did. Videos out on Tuesday, Mark. We sure did.
We left the earliest that we ever left one though today.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff, but it all went like right away. So like we were like, is there anything else? And we're like, nope. Okay, let's go. There wasn't any real sleepers though. Like normally we show up there and there's something that wasn't pictured or that maybe we skim by.
Yeah.
They're really like everything that was pictured was the stuff we were after, and there was like nothing else that we were after that. So
so we're good. Like we're leaving now.
Yeah, pretty much. Mayberry Picker, yeah, this is a good point. Never thought some sealed VHS tapes would be worth more than gold nowadays. Yeah, exactly. Sealed VHS tapes. Who would have thunk? Heather says, I was amazed at the transformation you did on the Cabbage Patch I gave you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that one's on now. I have like 5 of them over here that I'm going to work on this week.
Hooray, Rosie. She won her first like local auction today. Nice. Did you like go to the auction or was it like a high bid thing?
Rosie, I was looking at her Instagram story today. She got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
She like was cleaning up today. I was like, everything she showed, I was like, wow, I wish I was you. You got some good stuff today.
Gentle Crone says, if someone asked us before, I missed the answer, but what is on your thrifting bucket list? I know one of the things you want.
Me?
Yeah.
What?
Like, what do you want to find at a thrift store? I know you want to find that Cabbage Patch roller coaster.
Oh yeah, I went to Cabbage Patch roller coaster. I went like any Cabbage Patch Jessamar. I went any Cabbage Patch Babyland in general. I went anything Cabbage Patch.
A 1904 license plate with 2 digits on it.
Yeah, those are good. Any porcelain early license.
The Butcher
plates.
cover on the original Butcher cover Beatles record. those are all on there. Brand new old vintage Coach purses that nobody knows are Coach and they're priced at $1. Yeah, that's all that stuff.
Yeah.
I really want to have that moment. Like we've been filming enough videos and I want to have that moment where we buy something for $1 and flip it for 1,000. Like it has to happen sooner or later, right?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say for like 75. I'm like, we've done that.
Yeah, we've done that. But we've never gotten that $1,000 to $2,000 like item that we bought for next to nothing. But it'll happen. It says, oh, that's even better. All of the hardcore fans will be tailgating and pre-partying really early in the morning. Yep, you're right. You'll be good. Trish is here. Hi, Trish. She says, hey, y'all. Fartsack Jack is here to smell up the chat.
All right,
it's a good one. We have this site called CT Bids. Yeah, that's Carrying
we have
Transitions.
that.
We have it too, which is New England auction site, kind of like HiBid today. Was an amazing source. Actually, it's Carrying Transitions is a what's the word I'm looking for, like Subways in 7-Eleven. So it's a franchise. Yeah, there we go. So you can own a local franchise of Carrying Transitions, and then they use their own bidding site. The one out here, I have no proof of this whatsoever, but I'm going to accuse them of it anyways.
Oh no!
It's weird to me. So like we get stuff off of HiBid all the time, and it's reasonably priced, you know.
Yeah.
And HiBid is a much larger site than CT Bids. Like it's much larger, and every auction that I've looked at on CT Bids with our local Carrying Transitions, every time, like the stuff is stupid money. Like the like action figures and like there's not a single person buying stuff off of these auctions, you know, that are not collectors, if that's the case. Like it's just it's ridiculous. Like remember that one that had all the old Heinz stuff? Like the lady was like her husband, and all that stuff was dumb. Like it was the money was like ridiculously priced, and I'm just saying that it seems like maybe there's a little inflating going on behind the scenes with some of this stuff. But I mean that's just my opinion. But it's one of those things where like people are like, oh, I like it, and I can, you know, but you have to hunt for the real profit, and I'm like, I don't want to hunt. Like I'd much rather be buying things where the rest of the group is resellers, because then things aren't going to go for stupid money.
I love getting this stuff online because they just ship it to your door, or like the bidding and then picking it up locally. That's what I like, because my time is valuable, as is all of yours.
Sorry.
And that's the last thing I want to do is just go around and be crazy.
Fartsack Jack says, I have a brand new 3-stripe hat. Got it for only $2. Only the one I found is sold for 300-ish, and it's a nasty. Mine is new old stock with a tag. Nice. That'll be awesome. Ken Green says, we have luck with proxy bid. Seems like less competition. Ooh. I'll have to check out proxy bid. We've been on this whatnot kick lately, though.
I'm about to snipe this shirt in like 2 seconds.
Sarah's literally bidding while she's on it. She was like, "Oh, I wanted to watch this this auction." I'm like, "You can do it. Like, go ahead, do it." I'm sure. Yeah, that was what I was hoping was going to happen while you were doing it. Sarah's going to be like,
"Oh no, wait, no, it didn't. It didn't. It's kind of confusing at first. I think I got it."
I think I'm going to liquidate half of my shoe inventory. Half of those I got really early when I started shoes. Need to get some money for them, at least. You should look into Whatnot, Ed. You should definitely look into Whatnot. You probably could liquidate it pretty quickly. It's basically YouTube live auctions is essentially what it is, but it has some protection built in for you and the buyer. So look into Whatnot. I applied to be a seller. I don't know how long it takes. But they do ask some questions about your social media pull. And so you're going to have to give them like your YouTube address and stuff like that. So Trish says, Sarah, I won 2 cabbies on eBay auction. So excited to dress and resell. Nice.
So fun.
That was the other reason we had to do the unboxing, because Sarah's hysterical when she just is sitting on the couch opening the Cabbage Patches. So now you guys get to share in my joy.
They're all like, I did like maybe 5 or 6 of them already. And I have the other ones here. I have them all clean and I have their hair all done. I just have to dress them.
Nice. Yeah. There's a lot of cabbages in this house right now. Rosie says, I think that everyone who wasn't me at pickup today is a straight hoarder. like it appeared to be a lot of garbage.
Yeah, sometimes you'll have that.
You can pick the hoarders out of the crowd at auctions. Like we have 3 or 4 of them that go to our auction all the
Oh
time.
yeah, that one lady. Remember that one time she bought didn't she buy like a coffee maker or like a sickle or something?
Yeah.
And she's
No,
like, "Do you think
was it
this
a
is
sickle?
good?" It was like a sledgehammer, maybe. I don't know. It was something, and she
It
like
was one
turned
of
around
those-
to Adam.
I think it was a sickle.
She
Is it the
turned around.
Is it the smelly lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She turns around
she
to
was
Adam. She's
stinky.
like, "Is this good?" I'm like, "Why are you buying things?"
And
if you
she
don't know if they're good?
She bought the lock cutters. What are those called?
Oh yeah, bolt cutters.
Bolt
That's
cutters.
what she
Yeah.
bought.
She bought one of those and they were all rusty. And she's like, "Do you think it's not sharp?" And I'm like, "It doesn't really need to be sharp. You just need to have some arm strength, and muscle that thing through." But yeah, if Mark's still in the chat, I bet he knows the lady I'm talking about. That's a little stinky. So a little stinky. She's a lot stinky, actually.
She just smell.
Yeah. She had white socks on that had turned gray. So
No, they were brown. They were
They were
straight brown.
they were. Ed says, "Have you guys seen the new Shop Goodwill website? Is it better?"
No, it's
No.
not. It's worse. Actually, I don't like it. But Adam always says Sarah doesn't like change. Anytime there's change, Sarah doesn't like
It's
change.
true.
So,
Very true.
is it better to me? No. Is it better to probably everyone else? Probably yes.
It says, "Oh, okay, I'll look into it. I didn't think my following is big enough to qualify, though. I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, the other option, Ed, is to just advertise the hell out of it and do a YouTube live auction. I mean,
Yeah.
that might work out.
You know what?
I might buy some shoes off you.
This girl I'm watching right now, I have no idea what she's saying because I have the volume down, but she's not going as fast as some other people.
Yeah.
But she's pretty girl, and everyone's like, "Your eyes are beautiful. Hi,
Oh,
honey."
dear.
Like they're all hitting on her. Like this is so weird. Like just I want to buy shirts. This isn't a dating app. This isn't Tinder.
Ed, actually, you know what? If you're
What's
looking to get rid of some
happening?
shoes, maybe reach out to me on Instagram and we might take some off your hands, unless they're
Should
like
I?
all terrible and you just are trying to get rid of them.
If they need cleaned, we don't want them.
Well, they definitely need cleaned, but
Well, we
yeah,
definitely don't.
reach
want
out to
them.
me on Instagram. Maybe I'll buy some of them off you.
He'll clean them if he buys them.
That's right. Rosie says they had all of the pickups in piles on the lawn. And there were only 4 other people but me, and they had a huge piles of junk. I had 1 pair of shoes.
Wow.
Piles on
Yeah.
the lawn.
People do though. Like,
And you
when
live up north too, so it's not warm. Like, that's not good. Wouldn't like that. Trish says, "Me either, girl. Don't like change."
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't.
Terrible.
It's not terrible. It's not. I like the old one. Oh.
See, this is what I was hoping for.
No, I think I'm getting this T-shirt. Too.
Sarah's going to be dropping F-bombs. Anyway,
Dang it.
Ed says it would be profitable if you were, since these are all the shoes that don't sell. I had them for over a year. Don't want to sell you junk. Okay, well then that's no problem. Then we don't. Want
Thanks,
Thank you.
Ed. Thanks for caring.
But yeah, you should try it. You should try an auction, a live auction or something. That might work out. Or you can donate them. I mean, that works too. But I don't know if you want to do that. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking maybe like if you have a local auction house, just bring them and see if you can lot them all up, and someone will buy them. There's somebody out there that maybe doesn't know that much about shoes.
Yeah.
KT Treasures is here listening and lurking, folks. Lurking. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Gentle Crone says, "What auction is Sarah watching?"
I am watching on Whatnot. I am watching Sarah V. It's SARAV. And it is vintage, like hats and t-shirts, and that looks like that's about it. She keeps like showing things, but she's not like actually auctioning them.
She's
like she's real slow at this. I guess I'm just used.
I got
used
this.
to,
We're gonna
like-
auction it later. See ya.
I'm just used to like the high paced, fast auction. So I guess that's why she seems slow to me.
Yeah, the record guy loved to talk about all his records. So He was
The record.
he was
guy?
the guy. Yeah, the guy I bought all the records off of. He was like, he would get a record and he'd be like, Steve
Oh.
Martin. Oh man, I love this album. This was like the coolest album ever. Look at that big picture of Steve Martin in there. It's from 1978, and look at those bunny ears, right? And he just talk forever, and it's like, all right, dude, we know. We can see it says Steve Martin on it. He's like, I think this was his first album. It was, I mean, it was a good auction. They were cool, but like, it was a little slow at times. But
Yeah.
So, Rosie says, I had a rookie mistake of underpricing an item today. Haven't stopped kicking myself. What was it? You got to tell us what it is. Unless you don't want to, then that's okay. But Little Miss Q's here. Hi, Little Miss Q.
Hi.
Little Miss Gas Station, as we know her.
Yes.
That's right. Hate when that happens. Yeah, Rosie, I hate when that happens. Did it a month ago. We may have sometimes. There's times when things sell quickly. That's when I get nervous that we underpriced something. Like when that Star Wars poster sold that fast for that much money, I was like, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. So
Yes.
Here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be the rest of the rest of the show is gonna be this.
Oh, my hair looks messy.
And you're just going,
Sorry.
yes.
Yes. Well, I got to keep bidding now because the shipping's only $1 per each additional item. So this is when you get the bargains.
That's right. All right. There we go. I'm back. It's just it'll literally be you just like looking down and then going, yes. Oh.
I think Rosie just came in this one that I'm on.
She listed a
Rosie.
2002 Britney Spears binder today and couldn't find any comps. Sold in 5 minutes. Had 10 messages about it.
Wow.
Oh, I did. I saw that on your Instagram. Is that the one that you posted on your Instagram? It didn't look Britney Spearsy. Maybe it is. I don't know what she. I don't know. I don't know what it, I think I could get double now looking at other items of Britney Spears. Yeah, well, especially now because she's free, isn't she? She got released from her whatever that was or something.
She is free.
Yeah, she can make her own decisions, make her own bad decisions.
I just bid on this hat. I don't even want because I just bumped the button.
Oh, great!
I mean, it's not bad. I'm gonna win it. I think.
Does
maybe.
anybody else want it? No, no one else wants
Oh,
it.
I got it. That's okay. It's only $5.
Well, great. We're gonna have some hats because we don't do a lot of hats, but we got some coming. I bought some from Carrie, so they were cool though.
Yeah,
They're nice hats. Yeah, I like them. One of them's like a Mickey hat. It's I guess I don't know what you call it, like a street art type Mickey hat. And I think he's grumpy on it. I think he's angry Mickey, like he's sitting there like this.
Oh, I got an Angry Mickey hoodie on our store.
And we're gonna have a angry Mickey hat too. So there we go. Gentle Crone's going into whatnot. That's right. Did you get the NASA pickup?
Yeah, I got I got the t-shirt and the hat.
That's what. Nice NASA
Ooh,
pickup.
This is fire. This
It's everybody. We should live stream this person's auction on the YouTube channel. It's too bad you can't share your iPad screen with this. We could have it just going
It's
next to us
pretty
while we're
good.
talking.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I was skipping ahead. The t-shirts really aren't vintage in this one. Rosie is right. I just skipped.
No,
ahead.
Rosie, the problem is that they only give you certain category. Like they only have like 5 or 6 categories, and one of them is vintage clothing. So you have to sell whatever clothing you can sell. They let you, like Dave said he had asked, and a few people said they asked, and they'll let you sell anything you want, but there's only a certain amount of categories. So like if you're selling used video games, you can also sell, video game systems or whatever else in the auction. So,
I just won another one.
Mayberry Picker says I've been on Whatnot all day sourcing. That's awesome. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely intriguing. And I like their
Yeah.
shipping setup too, that it's, a set price
Same.
and then $1 per coming up, because it would suck
Yes.
if it's like $4, $4. That would,
Yeah.
uh-oh. She's also verbally calling them vintage.
I can't hear her.
No, we can't hear her. Whoops.
Yeah, I feel like I do also I feel like vintage is an overused word for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is vintage. That's
And vintage to some people is like early 2000s. So,
yeah.
I mean, we've seen things from early 2000s that people are like, it's vintage. And you're like, God, no, it isn't. I was 20. It can't be vintage. But apparently, most everything that I wore in my childhood is vintage now. So,
Yeah.
Can't call it anything else. Let's see. Ken says, "What's your favorite online auction site?"
Whatnot now.
Yeah, Whatnot is getting up there, but I wouldn't say their favorite yet. Probably Hybid.
Yeah.
We do really well, and it's not because of anything, but we have like 4 or 5 auction houses that we look at constantly, and they're all on Hybid. So, we just like them, and we know the other thing about the Hybid auctions that we do locally, they don't ship. Well, one of them does, but they won't. They still don't really. I think their shipping costs are high, so it kind of deters people from getting things shipped. But yeah. So probably Hybid right now. Ed says it's because 2001 is considered vintage. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like 20 years.
Vintage chick 64. She would know. Vintage is officially defined as 20 plus years old. See that?
Okay.
Yeah,
You're vintage.
The rule is 20 years. 20 to 2000, 2001 is technically vintage, which is garbage. Mayberry Picker says picked up some old Star Wars figures on card for $2 at 4 a.m. Nice. You mean from Whatnot? Somebody was doing a live auction at 4 a.m. That's ridiculous.
Wow. I know. This morning when I woke up, it was like, I don't know, like 9 or something. Nice. And I was like, I want to look and see. Maybe there's somebody on now.
That's crazy. I mean, even if they're on the West Coast, it's still 1 a.m. Like, yeah. The only people that are going to be there are going to totally be sniping. I mean, whatever. Yeah. I guess whatever. Ed says the shop Goodwill shipping is ridiculous. Sometimes, yeah.
And all of the Cabbage Patch seem to be in California.
That's right.
And I put it in the shipping quote, and it's like, I don't know, so many Cabbage Patch Kids, 5 Cabbage Patch Kids, and shipping's like $34. And I'm like, no. I'm not paying that much.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny. And Sarah's always like, California? Why are all the Cabbage Patches in California? Ed, you should literally be tripping over Cabbage Patch Kids.
You probably have, you can probably get some. Because you can pick it up too if it's a local Goodwill near you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, he's confirmed. It's his prime time. 4 a.m. is the time to be there on Whatnot. I will not be on Whatnot at 4 a.m.
I might.
Sarah might. Your mom's here. She says she's certainly vintage.
My mother is vintage.
That's right.
Hi, vintage Mom.
Hi.
Hi.
It said, hey, I would do it. I work at 4 a.m. anyways. Get double the money. Yeah, it's true. Source on company time, Ed. Online Goodwill has better shipping prices. Washington State. Yeah, I could see that. It depends on where it's coming from, but sometimes they jack up the weight too. They're like, it's like four Cabbage Patches. Yeah, that weighs 28 pounds. And you're like, no,
they do.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think the weight matters as much. I can't talk today. The weight does not. I'm like, I'm reading 2 sentences. The weight does not matter as much as the dimensions.
You're struggling.
I'm struggling.
Ed says, I don't know enough about them. I just see them at flea markets, usually $1 to $5, mostly 1. Yeah, this Cabbage Patch is just flowing out of California, apparently. Because every time Sarah looks for the big lots of them, they're always in California. So, Oh, maybe it's just a thing for Cabbage Patches in California. Rosie feels bad that all those people with the bad Goodwills, my Goodwill isn't so good.
Is so good.
Is so good. Yeah, ours.
Ours is not.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just not good. Like it's just, I don't know. It's always the same stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Very seldom do you go in there and find something awesome. I mean, you do, but it's
Yeah.
slim most of the time.
It is.
I mean, we've gotten video games that are worth money there that are worth like $60. We've gotten calculators. I used to just take calculators out of there every day. The TI-85s and stuff. The Texas.
You
Instruments
would. You would always find. I'm sorry, my glasses are so smudgy.
Not mine. Not anymore. I don't find them
but
anymore.
in the beginning, you always did.
Yeah, we actually started calling that Goodwill Calculator Goodwill.
Calculator Goodwill. Yeah. He's like,
Because
you want to go to Calculator Goodwill?
Yeah, and now it's not good. It's bad.
It's bad.
It's a good one. It's a good comment of the night so far. My Goodwill is kind of stonky, very overpriced.
We always use the word stonky.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good word.
Stonky.
It properly, you know exactly what stonky is going to smell like. Like, I'm picturing a little musty, kind of, maybe like a hint of urine. That kind of smell. That's the smell. The stonky would be defined as, the Vets thrift store in Carnegie, the one we go to that always irritates
we haven't
us.
been there forever.
Yeah, because last time we were there, the lady behind the counter was incredibly rude. So, but
yeah, they have all that stuff behind the counter that they think is like gold.
Speaking of rude thrift stores.
Oh yeah,
you didn't tell my
talk
story
about that.
No, I didn't, and we're going to in a minute because we have checked off a thrift store. We're never going to it ever again, and I'll tell you why in a second. Let me get through these comments. Ed says, I'm always shocked at how many decent things I do find here. I see many resellers, but I always find good things. Yeah, we kind of we don't. Beard Guy Fishing says, hello, we're late. We're late running on cereal time.
Cereal?
Central time.
Cereal time?
Central time.
Hey, Adam must be thinking about cereal, guys.
I am.
I went to Walmart yesterday. I went on a shopping binge yesterday. I'm like trying to buy all my supplies so I don't have to go out. And he's like, get Captain Crunch peanut butter, get Captain Crunch crunch
Captain
berries.
Crunch peanut butter. If you guys haven't had the Captain Crunch
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, get it.
It's that cereal time. It really messes with you, I know.
Yeah, Central time. That's okay. We don't mind it. You're only 37 minutes late. We don't really get going till now anyways. If you're wondering what Sarah's doing, Beard Guy Fishing, she's also watching a Whatnot auction. So if she curses or something, that's what she's doing. Shorty Resells here says, hey guys, hi, welcome. And Pamela has some good advice for all of you. Hit that like button. Thanks, Pamela, for saying that. Hit that thumbs up button. We could appreciate it. I could really use some cereal. Yeah. See, everybody loves cereal. Ed's a Captain Crunch berries person. They are good. Shorty Resell. Oops, all berries. I've never had all berries.
How do you guys like that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd like it. I like I like the mix of the berries and the Captain Crunch. I don't think I'd like all berries.
The berries.
So, bad thrift store experience that we had over the week. And this really wasn't in a thrift store, oddly enough. So, my mother is moving some of her stuff to a smaller unit. She has a storage unit, and she has some stuff in it. And she wants to downsize. And so we took out all the stuff that we're going to sell on eBay already. So bear that in mind. But then there's always this stuff that you don't want to sell on eBay, but somebody can use. So we boxed all that stuff up. And we've been desperately looking at somebody to come and pick this stuff up. Like, we'll pay for it. to come and pick it up. And we could never find anybody. I called the AMVETS like 12 times. And every time I'd get a lady like on their little call center, and then she'd say, oh yeah, you know, because it's at a storage unit, we have to have a manager call you back. And I'm like, okay. So, and they never called me back. So I just gave up. And I found this thrift store that's down the street from Sarah's mom's house. It's called Zicknacks. And we've gone there before. In fact, the Grand Theft Auto sealed video game that we found for $5 and sold it for $175, we bought there. And we've gone there, you know, several times.
I
And
found
never had
like silver tabs there last week or the week before.
never had a bad experience. So anyways, we called them, and it's right on their website. As soon as you Google, you know, donation pickup Pittsburgh, they're the first one that shows up. And so it says free pickup. So we're like, oh, okay. So call them up. We got like 12 boxes and 2 big medium items. And they're like, yeah, no problem. We don't want VHS tapes, and we don't want, what was the other thing? Oh, and there was an old baby crib that she doesn't want. And I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. We'll just take the VHS tapes out of there. So we go early in the day. We go and we take all this stuff out. We tape all the boxes up, get them all ready, you know, and everything like that. The guy shows up and he's like, hey, she just sent me a text message and says, I can't take the VHS tapes of the crib or any plates or cups. And I was like, wait a minute. Because I told them there was 2 sets of china in there. My grandmother's china and my grandmother on my dad's side's china. So I was like, no, I told her that's not fair, but fine, whatever. Just take the rest of the boxes. So the guy comes, we load up all the boxes on carts. We bring them to the back. We bring them to the loading dock and such. And he stops Sarah and he's like, she told me to only take the 2 furniture items and we don't want anything in the boxes. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Like, seriously.
And he's like, no, she doesn't want any stuff in the boxes. I'm like, okay, well, that, you know, you told me that you were going to show up and take this stuff. And then when you get here, you tell me you're not taking one of the things that I thought you were taking. And then you tell me you're not taking anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can give me the 2 furniture items back because you're not making money off of that stuff. So give them back. And I took them back. And this guy was like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, that's fine. So I texted the lady that I talked to, and I was like, you know, this is completely unprofessional. You really put us in a bind because we had reserved another unit to move everything this week. I'm like, so that's completely unprofessional, and I hate that you did something like this to me.
Yes.
And she texts me back, this is a free service. You're a bully.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, 2 things. First thing, I don't care if it's free. I would have paid you for it. Second thing, it's not a service.
No,
we
did not have a service.
Having a service implies that you did something, and you did nothing. You literally just wasted my time. So, and then I was like, you know what? That's not nice. You shouldn't resort to name calling. And she's like, well, I'm not name calling. It's a free service. And I'm like, I don't get your point here. Why do you keep telling me it's a free service? Like, because it's free, you can suck at it and not do it? Like, that makes it okay?
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever. And eventually she just gave up. And I'm like, I actually told her, I'm like, it's not a free service, because if it was a free service, would imply that you actually did something. The only thing you did was waste your driver's time and my time.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And that was the end of it. So yeah, never will be going to that thrift store again, ever.
No, it was really bad. Like we have been trying, like he said, we were calling places. They never call back. We want to pay them. No one, you know, like if they would have said this costs money, we would have been like, okay, fine, here's your $50 or whatever. Yeah, exactly. And that was the whole thing. Even when I texted her, like, she could have said, hey, it's $50 to come pick it up. I'd have been like, yeah, no problem. I'll give you the $50. Like, I have zero problem paying for anybody to come pick it. In fact, we are paying St. Vincent de Paul to come get it next week. So it was just awful. And the lady was so rude. And the first thing she had to say to me was, I'm a bully. And I'm like, I'm a bully because you suck at what you do. Yeah. But you don't want to admit that you did something wrong, so you're going to call me a name. Like, whatever. So there's a lot of names I used for, none of which are okay to say on this show. But yeah. And he texted her before and said, oh, I have this china and I also have this and dishes and that. And she said, okay, fine, we will take that. But
She said we
then
won't take the baby crib and we won't take
Right.
VHS tapes. That's all she said. And then
Yes.
she changed the rules of it at the last minute, and then really changed the rules of it after we had loaded all the stuff up onto carts and wheeled it out back of the storage unit to the loading dock.
Yeah.
We basically had to take everything back and put it back in the storage and back. It was just awful.
Yeah.
So I don't ever recommend anybody go to this thrift store ever.
No.
But I mean, you can do what you want. It's a free country. So, but I'm just letting you know, that's the type of people who run it. Ed wants to know what happened with the thrift store. Is it the eBay section one? No, it's not. It's one we don't go to too often. Another good comment from Gentle Crown today. She's trying to ignore the carrot cake in the fridge.
Nice.
I would have it be. I'm trying to ignore the Drake's coffee cakes on our counter.
Yeah, I bought
I
some
didn't do a
Drake's
good job.
coffee cakes today
I didn't do a good job
at the
there.
store. I know I wanted to have some of those with milk earlier, but
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance.
Pamela wants to know if we're going to buy a mystery box from her guy. I want to watch you unbox it. At some point, yes. When we get a control over stuff a little bit, we plan on it. But we can't stop buying stuff at auctions.
Yeah, today we didn't buy as much as usual. But
Yeah.
we did buy some.
Ed says, wow, completely unprofessional. Yeah, I agree. How childish. Yep, totally agree. Rosie said, that's wild. Here, savers will pick up anything for free, even if there are things in there they can't sell. They just dispose of it. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. I think that's kind of the thrift store thing, right? Like, people drop boxes off at thrift stores all the time. I'm sure they have to pick garbage out and throw it away. They all have massive dumpsters behind their stores. So, like, that's kind of the thing. Is it's like, first of all, you're getting everything for free. The only money this person would be out is the gas and the time that she pays her driver. Other than that, everything else in that box is all pretty much pure profit at that point. I mean, there's overhead, the store and stuff like that. But I am 100% that store is family run, because I've gotten
It is.
Yeah, and there's like a 12-year-old working the register. So
No joke. That girl's 12.
Yeah. So
she's literally
Shorty Resells has a interesting question. What's the best way to get a liquidation or mystery box? Well, Shorty Resells, where are you from, first of all? Because if you're from Pittsburgh, I can tell you where we got ours. I'm not going to recommend that you do it, but the Bulk is like the one that we've looked at in the past to get liquidation boxes. But there's an Amazon return store in Pittsburgh that sells them. And if you want to see how that turns out, go back on our channel and look through our lives. We unboxed 2 of them live. And most of the people in this chat will tell you, don't do it. Ed says, yep, thrifts here take everything and dump the garbage. Yeah, that's what I figured most of them would do. This one was just picky. They were like, we don't want this, and we don't want that, and we don't want this. We don't want anything. We're gonna just waste your day, and then call you a bully because I called you out on your BS. Ugh, awful. There you go, Shorty Resells. Never an Amazon box. Texas. Anybody from Texas that would know where to get a mystery box? I would go. There's Bulk, BLUQ, I think. BULQ. Yeah. Bulk. There's been a couple people that have done them online, and they were okay. It depends on what you're looking for, I think. They're not. It's hard to compete with stuff like that. It seems like it's picked pretty well through, and you're operating on a very short profit margin. Even our last 2 Amazon boxes, the profit margin was actually negative because we still haven't made the money we spent back on them. I don't recommend them though, Shorty Resell. If I were you, I would steer clear unless you're trying to make YouTube content, then that's a different story. Ed says, to be honest, I wouldn't get a mystery box though. I would get a manifested or be able to see what's in there. Yeah. Even the manifested ones sometimes don't work out because this thing's missing pieces, or things are opened, or things are damaged, and that sometimes doesn't really work out. I don't know.
What is it? Liquidation.com.
Yeah. There's
those ones you can look the manifests. You can look at the manifests.
There's a let me see. There we go. There's a Goodwill one. It's a Goodwill Blue Box. I think it's Goodwill Blue Box, and they do vintage mystery boxes, and they're tough. You got to like get there right when they restock and order it as fast as possible because they sell out fast. I just saw that one. It looked frustrating. Yes, it was quite frustrating.
Oh, when we got the
yeah.
God.
Pamela dropped my guys in. Go ahead, Pamela. You have a wrench. You can drop a link in the chat if you want. I don't have it handy on this computer, so it would have to be. Yeah, but you can do it. Go right ahead. I don't mind. Pamela's guy seems like he's pretty good. So he does mystery boxes. Yeah. So go right ahead. If he ships to Texas, you might have one customer right here.
Nice.
Yeah. So did you win anything? What'd you win?
I won. Hold on. I'll tell you. I don't really care about this, so I'll get out of it. I won.
Oh, is the clothing auction over already?
No, it's like clothings and mugs. So I got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt. I got a Rolling Stones t-shirt. I got a Harley Davidson coffee mug.
Nice.
I got a Mickey Mouse t-shirt, a NASA hat, a NASA t-shirt, and a women's Harley Davidson shirt.
Nice.
I'm only paying between $3 and $4 for all this stuff. So
pretty cool.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We are low on clothing. I wish somebody would.
Yeah. Here's my thing. My foot's asleep. Here's my thing. Like t-shirts at Goodwill are like $5 and $6.
Yeah.
So if I'm paying $3 plus $1 shipping and I don't have to leave my house,
yeah,
I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, somebody needs to do like a Levi's auction on there. We'd clean up on there.
Maybe. I mean, it all depends. There's 28 people watching this one right now.
Yeah.
People
we like the whatnot. It's fun.
People are like, what size is this? It says right there. It says how many inches across the chest. How much to ship to Europe? Like, who are you people? What's happening?
It says, have your Walmarts been super empty lately?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, look at this real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I have it that I can show you. Oh, maybe I don't. I might. Hold on. Oh. So I went to, oh no, I deleted it, I think. I went to Walmart yesterday. And let me tell you that their cat food section, they had like no cat food on the shelves at all.
Decimated.
And I usually get all my baby hair bows for my Cabbage Patch dolls there. They have them like hanging on an end cap. None. No baby hair bows. What? How? What?
Maybe it's a summer thing.
No, it's they're stuck. And they're stuck in containers on boats. That's what it is. I mean, with a lot of stuff, it's on the news, you know.
Rosie's appalled. $5 t-shirts. Goodwill's t-shirts are $1.99.
Nope, ours are $4.99, $5.99.
Oh. Even
the cheapest t-shirt is $4.99 at our Goodwill.
And when they mark them down at our Goodwill, they're like they got a hole in them or something.
Yep. You always
Shorty Resale says our Walmarts have slim picking as well. Beardfish guy said, yeah, we found a few things here and there, nothing like what it was pre-Halloween. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. It's been really empty. But I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Oh, it's terrible.
Shop local. That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna have to do because
you can't even shop local. Oh, here we go. Oh, here's the picture. This was the cat food aisle at Walmart yesterday.
There you go.
Sorry, my ring light. But you get the picture. Yeah. Only special kitty there.
Yeah.
No fancy feasts. My cats are like, what are you feeding me?
Rosie's on the hunt for a toy for her nephew. And I've been to Walmart more in the last week than I've been in a year. It's so vacant. Does your
instead of-
Goodwill price every item individually? Yes. Well, no, they don't. Well, they do. So they put the little, what's that thing called? The little plastic thing.
Yeah, the color.
Yeah, they put like a color plastic thing on it, and then the whole rack has it says $5.99 for t-shirts, and then there's the one color will be on sale. So
But
whatever color is on sale.
Sometimes they are wise though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen things
And they
that have
will like put like
Yeah.
something that's like a Patagonia or something for like
Yeah.
$9.99 or something.
Mhm. Or like Lucky Jeans or something that's new with
Yeah.
the tags. They'll throw a
Yeah.
higher sticker on it. Yeah, no, there's a reason we go to so many auctions. Don't go to thrift stores quite as much as we used to. Ed says true. Just went there today. A lot of the home goods, kitchen aisles, toys, and just general items were empty.
Yes.
Completely empty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Invest in a jet ski to get things off the boats. Ed
Telling
could go
you.
pick it up. Ed's right down the street from the port. He could. Ed, if we all pitch in and get you a boat,
You are
will
gonna
you
go.
go out to the cargo ships and just start unloading toys?
It's so many too. Like you should have seen the pictures that they had of all this stuff. It's just
Ed, if you could
sitting.
start with the PlayStation 5s and get those sent out to like people, that would be us, not that, so we can
Yeah.
resell them.
Oh, this is hideous. I'm bidding $3.
It's great.
Somebody will want that.
Like I'm just picturing Ed making a YouTube video. We're out here on the high seas. We're going to get stuff off the boat. What's that? Is that the Coast Guard?
Well, and it is. So somebody told me that a lot of the cat food is like made in China. Now I don't know about that, but like like the hair bows and like the
Yeah.
little plastic barrettes and stuff like that. That's all China, and that's why it's not here.
Yeah. Ed would be like he'd look like a cartel drug runner or something with like this boat with like a tarp with all this
I
stuff
got-
on the back of it.
I got the baby bows.
I got the PlayStation 5s. That would be great. Beer Guy Fishing says me first. Imagine how many views that would get. Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be the greatest thing. You're already set up too for talking while on some sort of vehicle, so you'll be set. You just might get a little wet when you hit those waves.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. You'll have to do it at night. Here you go. You see the Coast Guard tackling me down during a live video. Everyone's like, what was he bringing in, drugs? No, he got PlayStations off the boat early.
Yeah.
That's right. I paid for them, though. I want them now.
Yes.
That would be funny. That would be a good YouTube video, though. It would probably get a lot of views, and then it would probably get pulled down very quickly. So, you would win. You would win in YouTube. That's right. And you would definitely win YouTube. Rosie says 99% of my Goodwill's clothes is flat price, with the most expensive jeans being at $7.99. The things that they don't mark up are things
They
I
do?
wouldn't even buy at a flat. That
They do more.
they do mark up are things I wouldn't even buy at the flat rate. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, the t-shirts at ours, okay, are all of ours are the crappiest t-shirts ever. They're all like Cranberry, which is like a town near us, running track
Mhm.
team, like blah blah
Yeah.
blah 5K, like blah
Yeah.
blah high school musical presents
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
Like
North Hill School District. Go
yeah,
Seminoles or
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. or like class day 1992.
Yeah.
Like
or the Christmas Fun Run.
I sold that one. Okay.
Yeah, you did. It really would, but I wouldn't get far. No, you wouldn't. You
I
definitely
wouldn't fare. No, he said he wouldn't fare good
wouldn't
in
fare
jail.
fare too good in jail. Yeah.
Come
No.
on, Adam. What's get your reading on point?
What are you talking about? He totally messed that up. Wouldn't fare good in jail. No, he didn't. He didn't mess that up. That was me.
You messed it up. Don't blame Ed.
Well, at least I can talk today.
Blah, 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 blah.
So I'm not like, hello. Blah, blah. That's right. Yeah, that would be an awesome video, though. Ed says I would still buy a markup if I know I can still make money. I paid $30 for an on-cloud shoes sold for $130. Yeah, we buy stuff that are marked up too. It's just t-shirts and stuff. like Sarah said, most of the t-shirts here are local stuff,
Yeah.
and we very seldom find like liquid blue stuff, and most of the stuff is like this, or
Yes.
like
Yes.
I can't even think of, like, there's Harley stuff. We have found Harley stuff.
Yeah.
When we
It's
found like
rare though.
a lot of military stuff, like like an army t-shirt and stuff like that, a lot of college shirts. That's really what most of the stuff is at our Goodwill. But we need another source for jeans. That's what we need.
Yeah.
'Cause that would be good. Just need a faster watercraft. That's right. We need to get them we need to get them the boats that the cartels use. Those things are fast, and then they go dark. So Ed can like throw a tarp over it, and it will fool the radar. Rosie says, I'm pretty sure that my Goodwill doesn't use their own donations. I think they send all the stuff to a distributing center to be redistributed into 6 stores in their chain. Yeah, I think they do. We've donated several stuff at our Goodwills, and we've never seen any of our stuff. So it says I need a submarine so I can do it. Just need a driver. Yeah, a submarine would work out. Just don't run into the boat that's holding the PlayStations.
Yeah.
Or the cat food. Sarah needs cat food.
I need cat food.
Anything but, what is it? Special Cat?
Special Kitty. That's all they have, really.
Special Kitty. Is that the Walmart brand?
Yeah.
Special Kitty? Yeah.
They're learning to like it now because they don't have a choice.
Yeah. It's like McDonald's for cats.
I've been buying we have a pet store. It's called Pet Supplies Plus. They have like their store brand, which I'm sure is a little bit better than Special Kitty. I have bought that. I've been buying that too when I'm near that store.
Just that's short. Our cats are just gonna have to lose some weight.
Yeah. Well, also too, we have 5 cats, so I was taking like 3 cans and just splitting it. Now they only get 1 or 2 cans a day, so they get like a tablespoonful, but they don't need it. They get the dry food too. It's just like a treat for them.
Well, our fattest cat doesn't even touch that stuff.
No, he's just likes the dry food,
and he's super fat.
Yeah, he really is.
he's very fat.
But yeah, I just now they only get one of like the bigger cans split 3 ways now because I need to make it last.
Yeah,
it's never around.
It says, I wonder how the people who work in the e-commerce area of Goodwill feel. Aren't they resellers too, or just your average Joe? Those pictures are horrible. A lot of the items, yeah, they are really bad.
And Shop Goodwill or
Shop Goodwill, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they are really bad. I'm like, why can't you show a closer picture of the face or something? Because I've gotten burned before. Like, I really do a lot of research when I'm buying on shopgoodwill.com because I don't want to get Cabbage Patches that have really messed up faces, like that have really bad pox and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Sarah showed me a few of the pictures. Sometimes they're just my favorite is my and this applies to eBay more than Shop Goodwill, but my favorite is whenever somebody has a listing and has one picture, and you're like,
what is that?
What is that? Like, is there anything you can sell on eBay that would warrant one picture? Because there's a front and a back to everything, so at least you got to have 2, right? So, like, I've been looking for a pair of Nike. What are they? They're the OG Challengers in blue. I've been looking for them forever. So I have a saved search and they come up all the time. And one came up and it was a pair of used Nikes, size 13s in my size. And they were blue and it only had one picture. And the one picture was blurry and on somebody's dirty carpet. And that was it. It was just one picture of the shoes. And it was like, the general picture of the 2 shoes next to it like this from a top. And that was it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying this because I have absolutely zero idea how these look. Like the sole could have a big hole through the bottom of it. So yeah.
Yeah, I hate that too. And I'm most of the time, with Cabbage Patch Kids, I need all 12 pictures because I'm taking pictures of them without the clothes on, then I'm taking pictures with just the diaper, I'm taking close up of the face, blah 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 blah. But I feel like with books, I take pictures of some of the pages. I use all those. Isn't it better to get all 12 pictures for the algorithm? Did someone say that? Is that true?
Probably.
Is that a real thing?
It makes sense. Shorty Resell says some of them know what they're doing, but others make me laugh. Yeah, they are really funny. And not even going to attempt to butcher this name. I feel like they're trying to hide something when they do the pictures look funny. Yeah. I agree. They probably are, but it is funny to me that, and sorry, I'm bad at reading in general, and I apologize. I'm not going to even try to butcher your username, so I do apologize. What first name? Edoza?
Edosa?
Edoza?
Edosa, maybe. Yeah.
Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, because I'm probably not. Ed says, if you did buy them, you'll get them in a janky pizza box with duct tape and labels alternative. That's right. That's right. Oh yeah. Rosie says for shoes, usually 8 photos. I can't imagine using only one. Yeah, especially a pair of Nikes. It says, I'm trying the whole 12 picture thing, but I haven't seen any increase. But maybe that's not me, because I do price high for offers. Little Miss Q says she just wants us to know she's still here. Been listening. I have been redecorating my YouTube room for hours. Oh,
that's fun.
Yeah. Ours gets decorated every day because we just keep adding stuff to it. You got it. Thanks. Okay. Edoza. That's what I'm calling you. I appreciate your understanding. I jack up people's comments all the time, so I always have to apologize for jacking up people's names.
Like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it is. Well, I've migrated. I've got it so that I'm not reading it underneath your face and my face anymore. I'm reading it over here because it's actually larger and it's actually clearer over here on the other side. So I'm reading off of
on the TV.
No, so see the comment below your face right now. That, and then there's the chat, which is over here. So it's highlighted in blue right now. So I'm reading it from there instead of from there.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing.
I wish I knew what this girl was saying. She keeps picking up things off of the shelf behind her.
Ask Rosie to type everything she's saying into the chat.
But she might not be in there anymore. There's only 9 people left, so I feel like this is where the deals are going to happen. Yeah, anyway, but she's like keeps picking things up off the shelf in the back, like, but then she puts them back on the shelf. Like, are you going to auction this? Because I kind of want some of these things.
Little Miss Q says she dreaded it, but now she keeps adding stuff to the decorations. Yeah, we actually had to. So the Cabbage Patch has been changed, as you can tell. There's the Red Boys up here now, and we didn't realize this, but this is the one that we took off of eBay, and this is the one that I wanted to keep here. So we actually had to swap the Green Boy for the Red Boy. And there's more over here too now. There's a whole bunch of them there.
Yep.
So we're literally tripping over Cabbage Patches sometimes.
Well, it was so barren, like we barely had any left. I want to say maybe like 10 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I needed to get more. So
yeah. Let's see. Ed says, do those auctions work on really low profit margins? I can't imagine they make that much money. I think it's more of an average, it seems like, because there's typically 2 or 3, maybe more like 5 or 6 of the items go for pretty good money. And then the rest of them go for cheaper money. And I think a lot of people are just clearing inventory. I think a lot of people have like old stock, dead stock that they're just not moving at the moment, and they just want to clear inventory. But I'm not sure. There's Jimmy's not in this live. Well, no, he doesn't sell on it. The only 2 people I know that sell on it are Carrie from American Arbitrage and Dave, the NC picker. Those are the only 2. So I would have to ask them. But I know a lot of people just want to move items. Like, and if people have a lot of stuff, like I know Dave did some of his action figures and then a bunch of Magic cards. So yeah, so we'll see. Mendoza says she said she will auction those items before Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's in this.
It's over. It just ended.
Yeah.
It just ended. I got some good stuff. I think I got like maybe 8 or 9 things.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. Rosie says, and they are building a following because once you average 30 per sale, you end up making pretty close to eBay prices. Yeah, that's true. Susan's here. Hi, Susan. Welcome.
Hello.
Little Miss Q says it's almost impossible to get signed up to sell. I'm trying. I've applied. So I haven't heard back anything from him, but if I have to exert some pressure, I'll ask some people to put in a word for me because
Ooh, there's another one right now.
I would like to. I think we could sell some stuff, but we're gonna see. It says, I think everyone is in Thanksgiving vacation mode.
Yes,
Yes.
I am in that mode, and I can't be.
Oh, so we decided this is another funny story from the life of Adam and Sarah that's not reselling related, but we decided this year that we were going to have our Thanksgiving meal catered in some way. They're not catered. I say catered, and it sounds like we're going to have like, a van pull up and a bunch of waiters come out and serve us. That's not it. We were going to order food from a restaurant and or business and then have it pick it up and then just heat it up. That's all we were going to do.
Yep.
So we were going to go with Cracker Barrel because everyone's like, it's good and you should get it from Cracker Barrel. So we were like, yeah, okay. So they opened their ordering today for Thanksgiving and we forgot about it this morning. And we went to the auction. Sarah was like, oh crap, I forgot to order from Cracker Barrel. And I'm like, oh, it's all right. We'll just get it on the way home. But they were sold out by 4:00 today. You couldn't order any more Thanksgiving meals from Cracker Barrel. It's over. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I called. They're like, we don't have any more food.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, great.
This is good. So, but we ordered it from Omaha Steaks now.
Yeah,
they're gonna ship it to us. So
yes, our Thanksgiving meal is being shipped to us, and it's supposed to be here on Wednesday.
That's like the most
And
reseller.
what if
thing
it
to
doesn't show up, guys?
It doesn't show up in Adam's cooking.
Yeah. Oh God. When that happened, Adam's like, I guess we're cooking. I'm like, I guess we're not gonna eat turkey because we're not having any cooking in this house. It's just
That's
not
right.
happening.
We're gonna order Chinese food and be like Christmas Story at the end. Go to Chinese food.
My mother, I was texting her before this, and I said, I'll tell you the whole story tomorrow, but I'm just gonna give you the gist that we tried to order it and we couldn't get it, so we ordered it from Omaha Steaks, and she was like, well, we can just get pizza. She's like, no one's spending $350 on a Thanksgiving meal. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know what one you saw that was $300, but ours wasn't that much. It wasn't even close.
We probably spend close to $150 just getting all this stuff to make it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this was only $100 with shipping included.
Yeah.
After I got that awesome deal.
Has anybody ever done this? Anybody ever done any of this stuff?
Is anyone like me? Do they really hate cooking? I hate it. I hate the mess. I hate the smells. I hate it.
He would do that too if he didn't have a family.
Oh, we're giving it to our family. Does that mean we're bad?
Yes. Little Miss Q says, I'm trying to, but I was told they look at how many subs and followers on different social media sites before approving you. Well, they can look all they want. I got some. I got 1445, so 1451 actually. So Edoza says we actually bought our Thanksgiving meal for years now.
Yes, good for you.
We have actually, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to be any better or worse than the stuff we cook.
It will be better.
I think so. Yeah.
Because we're not cooking it.
Yeah. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be great. And then we don't have to heat this house. Well, I guess we still do have to heat the house up because we got to warm everything up. Unless you want to serve it to them cold. Just make your plate, throw it in the microwave for a couple minutes, sit down and eat.
Guys, my grandmother, rest her soul, did that. Don't you remember my mom always saying every time we have a meal, every time we have a holiday meal, and Adam and my sister and my mom, Adam's mom's there, everyone's sitting around the table. My mom's like, your grandmother, rest her soul. And we're both like, cold ham. Because she would make everything the day before, like any holiday or 2 days before. And like potato salad is supposed to be cold, but she would make the ham and it would be cold. And can you hear me? I can't hear you. No, you're not working. I'm reading your lips and I'm hearing the echo. There you go. Hello?
Hello?
Are you there? Yeah, you're working now.
I'm working now,
Yeah.
but I can't hear you.
Oh.
Wonder what happened.
Can you
So
guys
you guys,
hear
you
me?
can hear me, but I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
I don't think I can hear you at all. But that doesn't mean anything because we'll see what happens.
Okay, so anyway, my grandma would make the meal like 2 days before, and
I can
she
hear you now.
wouldn't.
My headphones died.
Oh, she wouldn't heat up any of the food. She just like plump it on the table, like cold ham, cold broccoli, cold potato salad, cold everything.
I don't know if I can do this. I'll try. No, this.
Do you want me to go get you a longer Apple cord?
No, it's fine. I'll just I'll go without unless I'm echoing. Are you echoing?
It's not bothering me now.
Okay. No.
I'm okay with that.
Yep. Headphones died. And then it said it was like, "Oh, your microphone's unplugged." And I'm like, "Oh, great."
And you're usually so good about charging those, darling. What the heck did you do?
I actually put an Apple cord in here to charge them, and I didn't charge them. So smart. Rosie always eats Chinese.
Rosie, you're my hero. I would love to eat Chinese, but
It's just, a lot of people do that because they don't want to get those. They want to get those Black Friday deals, but those deals aren't even deals. That's true.
definitely true.
Ed says the only thing I'm making is mac and cheese and mashed potatoes with a free turkey we got. That's all we're doing. That sounds awesome. I actually like all three of those foods. Ed. Lomas Q says, yeah, that was me saying I won't be approved. Not you, Adam, because I don't even have 1K and I'm a newer IG account. Yeah. And everybody's saying we can hear you. Jessica's back and she just in time for the error. No echo. Don't see Sarah.
Oh.
You're there. I don't know if anybody else can't see Sarah. Let us know. But this is so weird. I feel like I should have something
naked.
This is weird.
You got a naked head.
It's very strange. Yeah, it's charging, but they were at 55% before I started this, and I thought for sure
that's
they'd make it through.
weird. Yeah, because mine lasts like days.
It says they're at 80% now.
I'm not even joking when I'm telling you.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Huh?
Yeah. They're working now?
Yeah, seems like it.
That's real weird.
Yeah, it says they're at 82% now.
Yeah, mine I could do like, I'm not even joking, like probably like 5 or 6 lives and mine would still be at 50%.
Yeah, I figured they'd make it through it. Yeah, that's weird. Let's see here. I hate getting stressed on a day off. We always get takeout every holiday. Why be stressed on one of the few days you get to relax? Yeah, I agree. Susan says she sees you.
Hello.
Yes, she hears me. And she says, I only see you, Adam. You both sound fine.
That's weird.
That's weird. Does everybody else see Sarah? Are we both next to each other? Because I think so. I want to know, because if something's wrong.
If you don't see me, it's okay. I don't need to
Sarah's
be seen.
been banned. She can't. No YouTube for you.
I don't need to be seen. It's okay.
Oh man, that was the next. I think that was the next Seinfeld episode on our thing was the was the soup. No soup for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorites. That one and the Kenny Rogers roasters.
I love the Kenny Rogers roasters.
It was so funny that I love that episode so much because of Kramer's thing in it. And then I was watching Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee when him and Michael Richards were talking. And it's Jerry Seinfeld's favorite episode to watch too, because of Kramer's performance when Kramer opens the door and the red light hits him and he's like,
yeah.
He's like, it was the funniest scene I've ever seen. So that's really funny.
That and the tomato juice when he pours it on the cereal.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought that was milk.
Yeah. so funny. But yeah, that's crazy. That whole comedians in cars getting coffee. I was watching it, and when those two were in L.A. or in Hollywood, and they were walking into a coffee shop, I was like, can you imagine just walking down the road in L.A. and seeing Kramer and Jerry walking down the street together? Like, that would be insane. How did they not get mobbed?
Yeah.
Everybody can see us, so we're good. And she just had to refresh it, and now she can't type.
It's okay.
We can't. Sarah can't talk today, and I can't read ever.
I can talk better now. I'm freezing though. I am frigid.
If you'd let us turn the heat up, we wouldn't have this problem.
No, we're not turning the heat up.
Sarah's might as well just put an electric fence around the thermostat, because I'm not allowed to ever turn the heat up in the house.
I hate waking up sweating.
I could set a timer that will turn it. Well, not a timer, but a little.
Well, why
program.
don't you
It'll
do
turn
that
it up during the day and then turn it down at like 9 o'clock.
Why don't you do that?
Okay, I'll do it.
Turn it down to like 65 at night.
I can't do everything. I can't. Sarah hates it when I say that. Okay. She's right. You need warmer socks.
I don't wear socks. Look, this is what I got going on right now.
Yeah.
It's like no warmth at all.
Every time Sarah wears those, I'm always like, you look like one of those ladies that walks into Walmart in their pajamas with those slippers on.
Guys, I wore them to Giant Eagle, which is our grocery store for those of you that don't live around Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I wore them to Giant Eagle when I bought a box of wine. What does that say about me?
Don't know. It says AC or fan always needs to be on for me when I sleep. I can't handle the heat at all. Yeah, same here. We have a ceiling fan that like never shuts off, because I'm the same. I'm always warm. So
and our ceiling fan like makes this noise, and Adam can't handle it sometimes. It's like tick 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 tick, and he'll get up and I'll like shake it. One day he's just gonna rip it out of the ceiling. It's gonna be in our bed.
I guarantee you there are people in this chat that would have the same problem. I cannot handle like repetitive noises, and it's just tick 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 tick, and it's just loud enough that I can't ignore it, and I'm like, it just drives me insane.
I never even notice it.
Yeah, I cannot handle it. I can't handle it. Not when I'm trying to sleep, because then that's all I'm thinking about is that stupid ticking noise, and then I just can't sleep. And then I want to rip that ceiling fan out of the.
Oh man, he shakes it. I'm afraid to rip it out of the ceiling.
Well, because I know what it is. It's one of those little light things that are on the little glass light things. They're loose and they get turned around in such a direction. And they go tick, 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 tick.
Well, go tighten them then.
That's how I've tried.
You haven't though.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw you there with a tool.
See, Ed loves that sound. It would make him fall asleep.
Ticking?
Ticking.
You're like tick, 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 tick.
Cannot handle it. It drives me crazy. And if I could get a new ceiling fan. Jessica's also like me. When she goes to sleep, she has to have the TV on. Me too. Everything except for QVC. I have to change QVC's channel after a while. QVC is very, very fluorescent and white. It's like having this light that I use to light this room up on all the time, and like sometimes it'll just go to like this really bright white background, and then like you're laying in bed and you're like,
now guys, if you're wondering why we watch QVC at night, it's because I love QVC. So Adam is nice enough to put it on for me. I guess it's like our compromise, because I hate the TV on at night. Like if he'll like get up or something and go sleep on the couch because one of us is snoring, sometimes I'll turn that TV off. I hate it. I like to sleep with nothing. Blackness.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. But yeah, it can't be something that I'm paying attention to when the TV's on. Like it has to be something that I've seen millions of times. So,
yeah. But sometimes though, when QVC's on, you're like, oh look, it's cookies or
Food.
like steaks.
Food. Yeah. Then they have to poke it. Little Miss Q says, if there's an annoying noise at night, I'll hear it in my sleep. So I sleep like crap. Yeah, I can't handle it. Jessica watches King of Queens and Everybody Else Loves Raymond.
We should watch King of Queens. I love
It's a
that
good
show.
He's from here.
I know, Kevin James.
Oh, no, that's Kevin James.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of somebody else. The
Oh,
guy
you're
that-
thinking of the guy that was on Mike and Molly.
Yeah, and Bob. Now
Yeah.
he's on Bob Loves Abishola now.
Yeah,
What's
I
his
don't-
name? I can't think of his name. But yeah, he's Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Ed says, the noise I hate is when the wildcats near my house are getting it on. They're loud. You sure they're not fighting? Because they're probably fighting.
I don't know. They might be getting it on.
Little Miss Q says, I haven't watched a TV in years. My TV isn't even plugged in. Oh, you're one of those people.
I barely watch television.
I watch a lot of television. I'm just kidding, Q. I was just there's that joke that nah, never mind.
Some people just don't have time to watch.
Some people don't like to watch TV.
No, they
Little
just,
Miss
and they
Q's
just
one of
don't
those
have
people.
time.
She probably
I
doesn't
like to
have time,
watch
man.
it. I just
I
don't
love
have
watching
time.
TV.
We
It's
now.
favorite
We
pastime. In fact,
know.
after this live, I'm gonna have some cereal and I'm gonna watch TV. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my plan.
He's like a 10-year-old. I'm gonna work.
That's my plan. No, you're probably gonna watch TV at some point.
Nope. Maybe.
You always do. We've been watching Roseanne.
We have been watching Roseanne.
That's right. Ed says I always have Family Guy playing in the background when I'm photographing or doing some things on my phone. I love Family Guy. So funny. Jessica says I watch it because I've seen them all so many times, and yeah, it's funny.
Remember when somebody said when we were going to the bins that whenever I say things a certain way, they said that I sound like Lois from Family Guy?
Oh yeah, you do kind of sound like Lois.
And I'm like, what is this or whatever?
You sound like Lois. You sound like Lois, or there's another lady you sound like. I can't remember her name now.
Someone's like, oh, your wife sounds like Lois or something like that.
Little Miss Q says she will listen to real crime shows on YouTube, though. I can see that. And Jessica likes Roseanne. I haven't watched it in a long time. And then one day we were sitting there and I put it on.
Yeah, I like Roseanne like up until like I don't like it. I like the first couple seasons or whatever. I mean, I still do. I don't want to say I don't like it. I like all of it, but in the beginning when the kids were real young, I thought those were the best episodes.
Sarah says Dan Connor, his sense of humor and his mannerisms
In the beginning
remind her of me.
Yeah, just like the things that they say to each other in like the beginning is so funny. Like when he's like, "Oh, like, well, you like," she says like, "You have to make dinner," or he said, "Oh, I'll make dinner," and she's like, "Well, honey, you just made dinner 3 years ago." That's like something that like I would say to him. Like their sense of humor is like similar to ours. So.
That's right. Jessica also loves Golden Girls.
I like Golden Girls. Oh.
Beard Guy Fishing's going to watch a hockey game. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you stopping. Shorty Resale says I can binge Golden Girls.
I like Golden Girls.
Don't care for it. Never did. My mom used to watch it.
Bea Arthur. I like her, and I like her in Maude. And
everybody's dead on that show except for
Rose. Betty White.
Betty White, she's just about to turn 100, or maybe she just turned 100.
I liked
she's
that
spry.
show.
She's spry for 100.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. I also liked, and maybe you guys have watched it, is Mama's Family. That was another favorite one.
Yeah.
There's some like crossover stars, like what's her name? Ear tugger. What's that? What's her name? That tugs her ear. Carol Burnett. She was in it from Carol Burnett show. Then she was on there, and then there was.
I never watched that show. Either of them.
Oh my god, what is wrong with you? And then
I'm more of a comedian sitcom.
And Rue McClanahan from Golden Girls was also in Mama's Family.
Yeah, didn't really watch.
And Bea Arthur was Maude, and then she was in Golden Girls.
Yeah, there you go. We got another hockey fan bailing out. Hockey time. See you guys on the next live. Bye, Shorty Resell. Thanks for stopping by. appreciate it. What game is on that everybody's running? Or maybe a bunch of them are on, I guess. Jessica says Sophia is funny.
Yeah.
Is she the little old lady?
Yeah. Estelle
Okay, yeah.
Getty.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
I know my
She remembers Mama's Family.
old lady sitcoms.
She was funny in that show. I watched. My mom used to watch that show all the time, and I liked it, but it wasn't. I don't know. I don't think it's a guy show. I don't think many guys are big Golden Girls.
Yeah, probably not. I just love B. Arthur, though. I just love her. I was so sad when she died, B. Arthur.
Yeah.
I love
That was a
B.
while.
Arthur.
She's been dead for a while, hasn't she?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like the
It's
90s
been-
or early 2000s?
Nah, I don't think the 90s.
Yeah.
Probably it's been a while.
I don't know.
But I love her.
No idea. But yeah, that's just a show I didn't care for. My mom used to watch Dallas too.
My mom used to watch Knots Landing.
Yeah.
It was on at like 9. It's like a nighttime soap opera that was on at like 9 on Thursdays. And she'd always let me stay up and watch it.
It's time says, have you watched The Office? Yes. Many times.
Oh man.
It's hilarious. First season's a little slow. Yeah, the first season is a bit slow. But it's hysterical. Yeah.
The Office is a show that we will have on constantly. Seinfeld is a show that we will have on constantly.
No.
Breaking Bad is a show that we will have on constantly and just
Those are
watch
3
it
shows.
over and over and
Yeah,
over.
I can rewatch over and over and over again with no problems
Yeah.
whatsoever. And Sarah's a big Dwight fan of The Office.
Love Dwight.
Yeah, he's probably one of the funniest on that
He's
show.
my
Well,
favorite.
Michael Scott's
Favorite.
pretty funny, but he's cringy funny though. Sophia just told him all the truth. That's why it's and Rosie just pretends all actors aren't dead.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good
Jessica
idea.
said, never understood The Office, but I do like Seinfeld. Yeah, I think you have to. I don't know your, but I think you have to have worked in an office like that. I mean, that's the extreme version of
Maybe.
it. But you've had to have worked in an office where it's just a bunch of crap. Most people aren't really working. Most people are just doing nothing all day, and then you got the water cooler conversation, and then that guy you can't get by his office without him saying hi to you, and that guy that always comes over to your desk and wastes all your time. Like everybody's had some coworker that's somewhat seen like the people in the office. Ed says never seen The Office. Love Parks and Rec though. Yeah, The Office is good, man. You got to check it out. It's funny. You got to get through the first like 4 episodes or so.
Yeah.
It starts to pick up. 2.5 Men. That was a good show. My dad used to love it. I didn't like it after Charlie Sheen left, but
I never
was good.
watched it after Charlie
funny.
Sheen left.
it's pretty funny. It's
Isn't-
Charlie
Isn't
Sheen is essentially
Ashton-
playing himself.
Ashton Kutcher? Isn't that who went in it
He
after?
took over, for Charlie Sheen afterwards, and it didn't
Yeah.
do well after that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I used to watch it. I feel like my dad really liked that show too.
my dad loved that show. Yeah.
But yeah.
It was funny. I mean, it was really funny, but I don't know why I haven't rewatched it. Or, I don't even remember why he got kicked off the show.
Yeah.
Was it
I
for
don't
that whole
remember.
Tiger Blood thing that he was doing when he was going on the like YouTube Live and talking about how he has tiger blood and winning and stuff like that?
Yes, I think you are correct.
But why would they cancel him for something like that? He must have said something controversial. Like,
I'm
he had to.
sure. I'm sure.
He was. I remember I had when that all was happening. I changed one of my text tone was winning, so like it was him saying winning every time somebody would text me. It was funny. So it didn't make any sense after Charlie Sheen. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. It was just not as funny. Ashton Kutcher's funny. I mean, because we'd watch The Ranch, and he was hysterical.
yeah.
on The Ranch.
That was a funny show.
I like The Ranch. That what's his name? Elliot? Sam Elliott?
Sam?
Yeah, he's awesome. I love that guy, and almost everything
Me
he's
too.
in is
I
awesome.
like him too.
He was in Tombstone, and he was in The Big Lebowski, and he was in something else I liked a lot, but in The Ranch, and he's great. And in that character, he's perfect. Like
Mhm.
that's the perfect character for him. The grumpy old cowboy that doesn't understand anything modern, and yeah, it's perfect.
But he wears Ugg boots.
That was the only reason I wanted Ugg boots after he got them, because I'm like, he can do it, I can do it.
That's funny.
Rosie says it was because he was doing a lot of coke on set and got a DUI.
Oh.
He just pulled the plug. Yeah, well, that'll do it.
Wow.
That'll do it.
That's
I assume she's
crazy.
not talking about Coca-Cola. So
Yeah, they just couldn't keep up with the demand of the soda pop that he had to have so often.
that's right. Did anyone watch any thrifting or reselling TV shows? She loved Cash in the Attic. Was that the one? I watched one that were two guys in Vegas that would go to thrift stores and stuff, and then they come back and they would like sell things on eBay. I watched that one when it first came out, prior to my reselling career, and I thought it was pretty good, but it got canceled. It was on History, I think, along with American Pickers, but I never saw Cash in the Attic. Wonder what channel's it on, Susan? Is it still on? And what channel was it on?
I know. I kind of want to watch this now.
Yeah. I do like Pawn Stars, though. That was always a good one. Ed liked Hardcore Pawn, but for not an actual pawn, but the fights and the argument. Was Hardcore Pawn the one in Detroit? It was on. It was the big pawn store on 8 Mile. I think it was. That one. If it's that one, I also loved that show, but for the arguments, because it's family run, and they would just yell at each other constantly, and it was
the
really
family that ran it.
It's like one of Detroit's biggest pawn stores, or pawn shops, and it's right on 8 Mile Road, south of downtown Detroit. I think I could be totally wrong on that, but and they ran this pawn shop, and it was the dad and his son and his daughter all ran the pawn shop along with like their staff, and they would constantly fight, and the fights they would get in were just blowout fights in the middle of the store and then in the office. It was fun. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I bet they get some stuff though in Detroit.
Yeah, they have a warehouse like of all the stuff that's pawned.
Yeah.
They got a warehouse back there full of the stuff that's pawned, and it's huge. Like it's 5 times the size of our house.
Wow.
And that's just the stuff that's pawned that they may or may not own.
Right.
So, let's see. Rosie says sometimes I watch Antique Roadshow when I list. I've never watched that show either.
I like that show.
I think Cash in the Attic got canceled, of course. Jessica says my husband watches American Pickers, Storage Wars, and yeah, I'm from Detroit. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is south. 8 Mile. Yeah, it is south. Or Dad is from Detroit. Maybe no, but I'm not sure. That's the one though. Yeah. There you go. I remember this episode too. You're right. Someone pawned their fake leg on there. That's right. I remember that. That's right.
Fake leg.
Someone pawned their fake leg. I wonder how much you get for it.
Was it their actual leg?
I think it was.
Like their own prosthetic?
Yeah, I think it was.
And did they have a backup, or like what's the deal?
No, I think they needed the money, because when you pawn, you know what pawning something is, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So they give you essentially a loan, and I think he like wheeled out of there on a wheelchair because he just needed the money.
Gosh.
So I thought it was funny. Susan says when you two are in
It's
Vegas,
really not.
I thought it was funny. Susan says when you two are in Vegas, you should go to the Pawn Star store. Yeah,
we should.
I've been to it, but we can go. Sure. If they're filming, they only let you in the one half that you don't see on television.
Well, that's lame.
But if they're not filming, then you can go in. Sure. Jessica was raised in Michigan, been here for 22 years. Nice. Sarah wants to go to Detroit badly.
I do.
They have a TikTok, apparently. That's how I remembered about it. Oh, that's awesome. I wonder if they're arguing and yelling at each other on their TikTok.
Maybe.
Sarah very badly wants to go to Detroit, though. See,
Yep.
the abandoned car factories and stuff.
Yeah, I like that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we drive past a house and it looks like abandoned, I'm like, I want to go in there.
That's right. She's like, I want to buy that house, and I'm like, I don't want you to. There's
I need it.
I want to go to Detroit and just go to the casinos, and Sarah wants to go there and look at abandoned stuff.
Yeah.
She says, "Why, Sarah?
That's the reason. I love it.
Why though? Why do you
love
want to go just to see all the plight?"
I love all the abandoned buildings and stuff.
Yeah, she does like old abandoned buildings, and not because she is making fun of them in any way. It's just
No,
like
it's just
abandoned stuff.
fascinating to me.
Yeah,
I just love it. I went to an abandoned hospital once. It's since torn down, but it was 2017, I believe. It was an old mental hospital in Brownsville, Pennsylvania, and if anyone knows where that is, it's near Uniontown, which is south of the city of Pittsburgh, and it was so cool and creepy.
Yeah.
Adam was out of town, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go to an abandoned building by myself and take pictures. Hopefully I won't fall through the floor, have like a drug addict attack me.
Sounds like a great idea.
Like shooting up in the abandoned building.
Greentown. Yeah, I've been there. Susan says you two should go see the haunted dolls and stuff at Zach Bannigan's Haunted Museum. That's in Vegas, right? I think that's in Vegas.
Wow, all these activities, guys.
That's the guy. Is that in Vegas, Susan? I think it is. It's that's the guy from Ghost Hunters. They just the guy from the Ghost Hunter show. You've seen it. The one there's like 12 Ghost Hunter shows, but he's the original Ghost Hunter, and I think it's in Vegas, and he has a museum there with like these 4 or 5 haunted dolls that he's collected over the years, or maybe there's more, but maybe we can go. I can't watch that show and not laugh because they're like, they use that like thing where they set it on the ground and they're like, this is that comic book, and it's like, and they're like, and then you hear and you're like, did you hear that? It said dad. And you're like, I didn't hear dad. I heard. That's all I heard. And then they use that stupid like Xbox thing where it's like the stick figures are dancing around and they're like, all of a sudden there's a third like weird person in there. Remember, me and you were watching that episode the one time and you're like, what does this thing do? Like, it's just, all of a sudden there's like this dancing stick figure around. And it's just it's so dumb. I don't know. I don't believe it, but whatever. It's still funny.
I do believe in like stuff like that, but I don't believe in it to like I don't know. Like I feel like those things are like staged, but there's this antique store in Charleroi, if anyone knows where that is. It's about south of the city near Uniontown. No, it kind of is, but there's an antique store there, and it used to be an old funeral home, and it's supposedly haunted. And when I was in there, I felt something brush up against my leg, and I heard someone ask what I was doing. Like, what are you doing here?
I have never had any sort of experience that would be considered that I would think would be paranormal. Not one. In fact, I've tried to have paranormal experiences with people telling me like, oh, that chair in my house, it's haunted. And I'll sit in it for like forever. One lady, when I lived in California, she's like, this chair, every time I sit in this chair, I get chills and I feel somebody touch the back of my neck. It's haunted. And I'm like, okay. So I sat in it for like an hour. And then she claims that after I sat in it, she's never had never heard or felt anything anytime she sits in that chair. So apparently like, I'm like a Ghostbuster. Like if I get around ghosts, they just leave. Amy says, Brownsville is my hometown. They just tore down that hospital.
Yes, they did. Yeah. I was so upset. I was so happy that I got to go there and see it before they tore it down. It was amazing. Yeah. And right next to it on the other corner was a nurse's home. It was called, I think, Horner's Nurse's Home. And I went into that one too when I was there.
Yeah. Yes, Jessica, we do have a ghetto. Every city has it. Vegas, yes, it's in Vegas. Definitely see the Haunted Museum. It is Ghost Adventures. That's the name of it. Little Miss Q says, my daughter is an amazing photographer, loves doing abstract photography, and her favorite place to shoot pics is abandoned factories, hospitals, and abandoned anything, really. Yeah, I can see that. Did you ever watch The Dead Files? Is that the one with the psychic and the cop where the psychic goes in and then the cop goes in later and they see if their stories match up. Because I did watch that one too, and that one was intriguing at first, but then I'm always like, I don't know. I get so skeptical of things like that because they're like, these two don't talk, and you're like, okay, like they're not texting each other and be like, hey, I think there's a girl in the basement, so talk about a girl being in the basement or something like that. I don't know. I'm very, I don't know, very, very skeptical of things like that. But yeah, I have watched it. Susan says, does anyone worry about bringing home thrifted crap that might have a spirit attached to it? Not me, because anything that is haunted gets around me and just is not haunted anymore. Little Miss Q says, my band actually played a haunted venue last weekend. It's called Bobby McKay's. They actually do ghost tours. Interesting. That's pretty cool. I was in the Winchester Mystery House in California, and that place is apparently really haunted. And the only thing I got was confused because that place is designed by a psychopath. Literally,
Okay.
she was.
Yeah, you told me about it.
She thought she thought there was ghosts in her house, and she kept adding wings. Like there's stairways to nowhere and stuff like that. It's just weird. Jessica is talking to Little Miss Q, and Amy says, yeah, I think they tore it all down. It was a pretty bad eyesore for the neighborhood.
Yeah, it was.
Go to Eastern State Penitentiary in Philly, or better yet, the prison at Moundsville, West Virginia. Yeah, I heard those are good. I was in
oh yeah, I want to go to that prison.
What's it called? It was Shawshank's prison. It's
the state penitentiary.
Ohio State Reformatory.
Yeah.
I was there for an overnight, and they turn off all the lights, and I did not make it long. I was out of there. Like, they turned off the lights. I walked around for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this place freaks me out. I'm leaving.
I wanted to go. He went with like his friend that was visiting from California, and I stayed home and watched the dog. And he was like FaceTiming me from the parking lot, and he's like, I think I'm just gonna drive home. He's like, even though it was like near Cincinnati or wherever you are, I'm like, you're gonna drive home now? It's like 4 a.m. Meanwhile, I'm thinking to myself, just stay there. I'm gonna get some time to myself with the dog.
That's right.
You stay in that abandoned prison.
Probably more than half the stuff we thrift belonged to a dead person. Thank you, dead person, for making me money. Yeah,
dang.
He said confused. Susan went to the Winchester Mystery House, and it is insane. Yeah, it is completely insane. I always go to the
Am I the only one that hasn't gone to the Winchester Mystery House?
It's good. Always wanted to go to the Winchester.
Yeah, me too.
It's interesting. She was a nut bar before she died, because she firmly believed that like all the ghosts that were killed by her family's guns were haunting her, and so she'd build like little wings of the house and like stairways to nowhere and like all this weird stuff, and it's crazy. And she like blew a lot of her family fortune on that house just trying to box in the ghost or something. Like, I don't know. She was crazy. That's all there is to it.
Wow.
I think Zach went there and set up his little talk box too, and said that he heard something about the guns on all the static. It was like gun. I just can't. I don't. It's hard for me. It's like you in the movies that aren't realistic. Like, I know, like, we have a YouTube channel, and like we try to be entertaining to everybody on our YouTube channel. They have to try and be entertaining too. So like, you know, I know what a little bit of what they're doing, and like some of the stuff, they're always like, you know, oh my God, he said kill, and you're like, he didn't say kill. That was like a radio. What you're picking up is like a radio station that's too far away, or something. Like, you're picking up something that isn't. This isn't the ghost talking. It's just not.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. And that little stick figure thing that they bust out with all the lasers, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that thing is stupid.
They put somebody in front of it and they're like, see, this stick figure's now the outline of Adam. So if somebody else comes into the frame, we'll see it on here and not with the naked eye. And you're like, no, you won't. Like, no. You won't. And like every time like a ghost comes in, like there'll be like a guy standing there and the ghost will be like sideways on the guy's head or something. And you're like, that's not a person. That's like a piece of dust that the camera's picking up or something. Or
That's the thing too. Like, also when they take like pictures or whatever, and they're like, they say they see orbs in the picture.
dust.
Isn't that dust?
It's dust. It's gone.
I'm not trying to like sound like an ass or like discredit like these people's theories, but literally I've gotten like dust on a picture
Yeah. And it
or
looks
on
like
in my lens, and it makes like that like white orb.
that. Yeah.
Look at all these orbs.
In fact, I want to watch that show because I just want to sit there and laugh at them again because I mean, I get it. They got to make money and they are making a ton of money and they have an entertaining show. So, you know, it is what it is, but it's still just, I don't buy it, any of it. It's just me. And is everything breaking today?
What broke
Mouse
now?
just stopped working. There we go.
Oh,
Jessica's cracking up. What?
Oh, remember before I told you the computer was messed up?
Mm-hmm.
Did you figure out what I did to it?
I don't know what you did. It's working fine.
No, it's weird.
Susan says, "Thanks, Ed. I appreciate your positive attitude about making money from dead people stuff. Yeah, it's positive. You gotta have, you know,
Skeleton emoji.
skeleton emoji. So, oh well. Now that we've made fun of the ghost adventures, if we
And the
don't,
orbs.
if we don't, someone will, and he's appreciative. That's right. And the orbs, yeah, there's probably orbs floating through here right now.
Guys, there's orbs.
There's orbs. Yeah.
Somebody that like I
We should
know
get that
from
thing. The eBay. Did you hear that?
it said
It said
eBay.
No, it didn't. And then like you always hear like he'll be walking and then like it's like, what's that? Something fell. And you're like, you're in a like 100-year-old building. Of course something fell. It's probably a piece of the wall falling off. Like it's not a ghost.
That's plaster.
It's not a ghost. A bird maybe in the building. Like it's
Oh yeah, it's like definitely a bird.
Yeah.
I hear that stuff like in the middle of the night, and I know it's like
it's a
a
cat.
snake in the basement or something.
Yeah, it's a cat.
Like jumping after a cat,
They like to
or
knock
the cat
stuff off.
jumping after a snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't with you. Did you hear that? I can't with you. That's how they act too. I know.
What was that?
And they always got to cut to commercial. Like you'll hear the, and then he'll go, and then commercial. And you're like, great. Now I can figure out if he's getting murdered or not.
He's not.
It's not, but
It's
whatever.
definitely not.
All right, guys, we're gonna get going. We've been talking for an hour and 52 minutes, so that's enough, right? That's good. We're good.
That's enough.
So,
That's
all right, guys.
enough.
Coming up on the channel Monday will be the Cabbage Patch unboxing video. Me and Sarah taking Cabbage Patches out of boxes. It's awesome. How could you not? They're raw Cabbage Patches, so these are going to all look pre to what
It's raw.
you guys have been asking for it, and we haven't done much with from the Cabbage Patch land, but we decided that we're gonna show you what we get, you know, and how they come and stuff like that, and what. So
They come in
the
boxes.
best part of the video is how excited Sarah gets every time she takes one out of the box. So,
Guys,
anyways.
I love Cabbage Patch Kids.
That's right. So that will be coming up on Monday, and then Tuesday, we went to the auction today. So we got another auction video coming out on Tuesday, and then this coming Thursday, well, Wednesday will be a what sold video, and this coming Thursday, Pittsburgh Picker Live with somebody who's not here. Yeah.
Wrong.
What? What's wrong?
Thursday's Thanksgiving.
Thursday. Oh, Thursday is Thanksgiving. So yeah, okay. So no guest this Thursday, and we will not be on this Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. But we will be on Friday. So we're gonna be on Friday with our special Black Friday edition of Pittsburgh Picker Live, and we have stuff to give away. Well, Sarah does. Sarah's gonna be giving away presents, literally.
Yeah, I have to wrap them all, guys. I have a box. It's probably going to be like, I don't know, at least 5 or 6 different things.
Yeah. So we'll be giving
And
away presents
them all
on Friday. So, well, special Black Friday edition for those of you that want to tune in for that. And then Sunday, another Pittsburgh Picker Live. So we won't see you before then. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's out there.
Happy thanks. Oh, I didn't put my turkey's emojis on today.
Happy Turkey Day, everyone. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys stopping by, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Toodles.